The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Who the Dolphins, Cam?
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Space to maneuver at the 40. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Philip Lindsey. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here.
This is inside single back. I'm going to show you again.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the pay.
Back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Black 80! Check.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's got Rome. There he goes right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 23 here on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. Third down here. On play action, Mariota. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Redskins.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Andy Isabella with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Lutz to try to end the PAT. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Play fake. Mariota. He finds Hopkins complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches. They're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. It certainly worked, but that was a gutsy call to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, not sure I would have made that call, but give them a ton of credit for deciding to go for it and not only doing it, but doing it in fine fashion. Takes me back to this summer when we were touring camps. Remember we watched them practice, and they worked hard in these situations, and they blocked it up perfectly.
And defensively, they were so worried about the line of scrimmage. Once he got past that first wave of tacklers, goodbye. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. A little 360. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a night.
It's a foot race. 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Phillip Lindsay with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Here we go, here we go. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he's He's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And an alley to run. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Philip Lindsay with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
We got 4. We got 4.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Andy Isabella on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys have now moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. They'll run here with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, baby.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the that worked okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And an alley to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second down, it's Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. One. Here, one.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Brooks Reed in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Matt Weil now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch that in. Tight end right. He's hot.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here we go. Ready?
That's a gain of 6. Brings up
Go ahead.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Get out the field, defense.
at the 30-yard line.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Lutz with the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
It's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Able to find Isabella. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And an alley to run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Washington, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
With the mid